Hello, this is Nereida La Sirena with Celestial Soul Wellness, and thank you for watching. Just a quick reminder, remember down below or in the description, it says the different chapters, the table of contents of this program. So that way, if you're just wanting to see certain sections and not the whole one, you can follow through. If you're on a computer, okay, or laptop, it will be on the sides. All right, it doesn't show up on the mobile phones or tablets, unfortunately, but we do have it there on the description, so please scroll down, okay? And well, let's go. Let's talk about this full moon coming up, July 19th. That's a special day. It is a very special day for me. In fact, it's my birthday. So I'm excited about this full moon. And one of the reasons I'm excited because we got lots of stuff going on. Okay. And I just want to tell you guys, thank you so much for having me part of your lives. It's a privilege. It is such a gift that you give me to be able to share with you. And heads up, there's a lot of construction going on outside. We've had gas leaks, okay, on the property. Talk about Uranus, right? Having its power and stationing already, since Uranus is in charge of gases, okay, and in the air. So we're hearing a lot of noise, and even if I close the windows and stuff like that, I'm still hearing it on the background. And then you all know that Ragnar likes to make his special presence known. Okay, so let's continue talking about Uranus. Let's just with this full moon. We have Uranus is starting its retrograde station, and it goes retrograde on the 29th of July, but we are already feeling it. So things are happening, and it's unexpected. And Uranus is also, rules Aquarius, and it rules thoughts of freedom, of control, push and pull. And a really good rule of thumb when it comes to Uranus and control in general is when people are not seeing our side or our agenda, it is because it's conflicting with their own plans, what their preconceived ideas are. So a lot of times when we go on the attack, and this is very important because Mars is quincunx Uranus, and Mars rules Aries, and Uranus is right now, hanging out in Aries. So this moving forward with anger and manipulation is not really going to work. Really, what's is needed is a lot of understanding and allowing freedom, but at the same time allowing a person's uniqueness and not fearing that, especially everything that's going on. I've heard stuff in the news, some terrorist attacks in France. We had stuff go on in Texas, and it is very disheartening. And oh, that it still happens in this new millennium is really disheartening. I know I'm being redundant and repetitive. There you go, double, right? Um, but it is very sad that in this new millennium to think that our society has only evolved to a certain level. But the good news is people like you are here and you are the leaders and you are going to help evolve and lead the rest of the society and those lost souls into being more appreciative and being more comfortable in their soul, not just in their bodies, And Uranus really rules, being in Aries is that leadership and that need to break free and to understand stuff. And we do know that it is squaring, okay, Capricorn. And of course, if it's squaring, the moon, and since it's a full moon, if it's squaring the full moon, it's also squaring the sun. So really what's going on, it's a cardinal T square, okay? Woo! Where we need to just say, stop, okay? Everybody wants to take the initiative and move along, but really, really, really what's going on is we need to be aware. What are your concerns, Capricorn, okay? Um, we need to move forward, Uranus and Aries. okay? But at the same time, we have the moon in Capricorn, so there's fears because of pre because of old belief systems, conventional belief systems and traditions, customs and philosophies and ideologies. Yet the sun in Cancer is saying, let's nurture this change as opposed to just throw it away and say, no, fear, fear. Let's go towards the light. The sun is in Cancer, the light. And we're doing it compassionately and nurturingly and not just go into the darkness again with the moon, okay? Full moon is bringing it and enlightening, okay? Yet it's in Capricorn, where is that wanting to hide sometimes when things are not going well. And we really can, because Uranus is saying that's not going to happen, not at all. And so we need to really just breathe into things, know that it's giving opportunities for change. If we're ready for them or not, they need to happen. We've been talking about this change is happening ever since Uranus came into play. And Aries, and then how it hit Pluto, and it's still going on, okay? So, and it's a good thing because that change and changing our philosophies and belief systems and ideologies and perspectives means we are evolving. We are no longer just going, oh, food, only important thing, right? And oh, yes, me better than you. Eh, when we are only focused of our bodies. That's where you get people with racism and only looking at the mortality and who's better than what due to physical associations. Okay, and because of those physical associations, they might be associated culturally, okay, and religiously. Whereas, really, we need to, the sun in Cancer is saying, look at the soul, look at what's lightning in there, okay? And we got to move forward. And the moon is saying, let's move forward, Capricorn, up in there. Let's take on to a new level of perspectives, new level of traditions, and leave the old ones behind. And Uranus is saying, yes. Aries is like, let's lead it. Let's do it. We can, okay? And Uranus rules Aquarius. So we got to think outside the box during these times. And not always think the same way. And sometimes thinking outside the box, we might have to implement something old school. I know with the gas leak, we had to turn off the gas, and it's been taking cold showers. Ah, okay. Thank goodness, though. Let's look on the positive that it's summertime. It could be a worse situation. It's kind of fun. Um, uh, the front house on the property, my cousins laugh because they say they hear me going, screaming when that cold water hits me, okay? At the same time, we're hanging the clothes on the line because the dryer cannot be hooked up, but we know how. So we have to use sometimes, what I'm saying is use that moon in Capricorn, some older traditions to re-innovate, okay? We might have to take a view in the past of how to address the changes of the present, not of the current past, but we're talking of further back and really allow things and know anything is possible. There must be a reason. Maybe it's because we needed to appreciate a situation more. Okay, so we're cooking on plug-in gas burners. Okay, and hot plates, and so and knowing that it doesn't mean it's the end of the world. It just means we have to be creative. How creative can you be? How innovative? How resourceful are we? Okay. And that is the key because living in any kind of situation means we are comfortable and confident within our own survival. And when that is the case, we don't act defensively. We don't act fearfully or traumatically. We just go, oh, so this is something new. It's putting a new spin. Maybe we got too stuck in our routine. Maybe we needed something new to jolt us out and allow that stagnated energy to flow better. Okay, just always know that we need to have a goal. That Uranus and Aries is, where is that goal? Where do you want to go towards? Okay, and that's very important. So we can use innovative and different styles. Now, also going with that, um, gosh, I'm all I got tons of stuff. Um, right over here, we got, let's see here. We talked about also too that Uranus is okay, stationary, and it's going to go retrograde on the 29th of July. So we are aware of that. Let's see here. We talked about the cardinal T square. Okay, so let's move on. We mentioned Mars. Mars is conjunct Reiki and Scorpio. Okay, it's moving forward, and that passion right there, and that transformation, just coming out of the ashes. It's a healing time, very much. And it's a healing time very much in our sacral chakras and allowing that creativity to come out. Okay. Sacral chakra is also regarding our creativity and how we see things with our finances and bring and attract our finances towards us. So it's really saying, our, to see different sides, because that sexuality is very important, because there's the submissive Scorpio and there's the dominant Scorpio. All right. Yet, who is master and who is servant? Because with that, a master cannot be a master without a servant. And a servant is willing to just give of that pleasure. Okay. But in reality, too, we need to understand the healing is, why are we not being master and servant to ourselves instead of others, feeding into that, instead of allowing ourselves to be full of this divine love, this divine universe, and just really be able to be full of that, so we're not dependent on others for that love. And I know sometimes when things happen, oh, we're dependent, so I'm like, gosh, car troubles, thank goodness for triple A, you know. Um, and so having that independence gives freedom, and then we are no longer saying, but I need you, as opposed to, I enjoy you. Okay, we can then appreciate a person for their actual uniqueness, and understanding, appreciating how are all unique energies intertwined is very important with that Mars and moving forward, okay, with healing. And it's a wonderful thing to move forward with that healing. Also, Mars is quincunx Uranus, so we need to take the time, okay? And we mentioned this just a little on how it rules Aries. Just take the time. Sudden things might happen, but it doesn't mean we need to react just as suddenly, okay? We could take the time and go, so this is what's going on. What are the different perspectives of it before I react? Okay, if we're not gonna die, then let's get a hold of ourselves. Now, there's certain acts that have happened, okay, in our world news that might have created that. I understand. Then we're gonna have to take. Don't just people are shooting and you're just standing. Say, but Nereida La Sirena said we need to take the time. Please take cover, okay? Please use your common sense. Um, and that is very necessary on that, okay? So let's continue. We have something else that's very wonderful that's occurring. And with this full moon, we have Venus and Mercury are conjunct in Leo. So there is that talking and speaking and entertaining, and the admiration of a well creative and joyous environment, okay? And that is what's really necessary. A little bit a little oh, how can I say, could be a little bit pompous, but do know that in that pompous, because it's in Leo, they can walk the talk, okay? It's not going to be just all talk and no action. They can walk that talk. So there's going to be appreciation for that. And um, and that is really nice. And I'm looking here. So it helps that creativity, all right, too, because we're saying to be creative and with the Mars in Scorpio, okay, that sacral chakra, we have using our solar plexus and heart chakra with the Leo. So really bringing out and coming from love. Leos have tons of love. A lot of them might even have, if they're Leo rising or Leo moon or Leos, you'll see sometimes their heart, the bone, their chest cavity come out just a little because they have such a big heart that it just comes out and it's just wonderful, and all that they're willing to offer. Leos are very generous. That's why they can handle a pride, all right, and be part of it. And even the lioness is not just the lions, okay? The lioness can love other people's children and bring them in as their own, and they have so much love. They love their lioness sisters, all right? And it's not just, it's all about me. No, no, no. This is a giving time, a very loving time. Okay. We also have, let's see here, talking about that. Uh, it's quincux Neptune. So Neptune, not seeing things clearly, a little bit victimized, nublius. There's a lot of emotions going on. It's just asking it to be sure on what is going and to allow healing to happen. Okay, and when we allow that healing, we can move forward very well. Um, we also have talking about Neptune. Eros is conjunct Neptune, and again, we are using that healing now. It's Eros is like Scorpio, okay, and so there's this passion, this lust going on, yet it's within Pisces. So there's a tantra healing that is possible within our interactions, even with our own Kundalini and using it. So this is a time of healing. So those of you who are doing detoxing, or you're doing coffee enemas or vaginal flushes, and just there is a wonderful time of clearing and detoxing out the old and releasing guilt and shame with that, and allowing and really enjoying ourselves, okay, as the active people. We take pride in saying, oh my gosh, I love this food. And a lot of people take pictures of foods and they'll put it on Instagram or on Facebook or tweet about it, like saying, this is so delicious. And we always like, oh, they enjoy that. They're wonderful. Okay. Yet there is such a taboo when it comes to our sexuality and what we enjoy. And we are really saying at this time to heal that, okay? Now, it's because of certain laws. It doesn't mean we should go out, when it's not lawfully permitted to walk around in the nude in our birthday suits. But at the same time, knowing that those people who are nudists, and if you are in a nudist community or you do nudist activities, that they are just enjoying the freedom of being themselves and being free within their own skin. It's not an advertisement for free sex, okay? Just because we put food out there and we all showed up at that on Instagram or on Facebook, and all of a sudden people arrive, are we going to offer them that free food? No, we didn't. Might not have made enough. We didn't intend that. It's just an appreciation, and the same thing needs to happen about our bodies. It's the appreciation of that soul igniting and delving into their the love for themselves. And that is very important. And we're not talking about an ego love like, haha, look at how good my body is. No matter what shape or size or sex, gender we are at the moment, now that things can change, and so can size, right? And so even some people thought they were a certain association and now they have gone to different, okay, because they are really appreciating and loving the soul. And the body is just something that goes with it, okay? So continuing on, with that topic too, is what is it? Is we have here we have the sun that is trine. We have a groundwater trine, okay? We have the sun, a trine, Chiron, and trining Mars there. So in that healing, a lot of emotions. And that is good because in all signs, we have the sunny side and the shadow side. And if we could release, this is an opportunity to release the shadow emotions from, okay, our bodies that are toxifying our organs. Remember, the organs collect. Every time we're stressed and we constrict, what happens is we are not allowing optimal flow of oxygen within our body. How many deep breaths have you taken since watching this? Okay. In fact, can I ask you that while you're watching my program and every time you do, take in those Merkaba breaths, that deep 5-second breaths through your nose into your belly region and hold for 5 and then release through your mouth for 5. Okay, to really give opportunity to inhale maximum and optimal oxygen and release all toxins. Okay, because a lot of people don't know this, and as alkaline lifestyle health coach, I'm gonna remind you that it is the oxygen that we need to help the flow and the healing of our bodies, the flow of our blood, okay? And when we do not take the time to breathe, we constrict our body, and it's kind of like putting a kink in a water hose. You know how hard water takes to go through those kinks? Okay, so we need to release it, and by doing those deep breaths in, it helps us stay grounded too. If we're constantly stressed, we're not breathing. And if we're not breathing, we're not getting oxygen to our brain. And all of a sudden, we're not thinking, and the nervous system is not going to function well. So, really taking into account all that to allow these toxins to come out, do some energy healings, come see me, Skype or phone, I'm available, or any of us here at Celestial Soul Wellness, or any other energy transformational energy healer, either be it Reiki, TFT, EFT, Access Consciousness, Theta, Cosmic Consciousness. There are so many wonderful transformational energy healers out there. You know, we're all available through Skype, phone, and in person for the most part. Take advantage of it to really release. When was the last time you gave your body a tune-up? When was the last time you gave your soul a tune-up, okay? An oil change. And a lot of times we treat our cars better. But anyway, let me get off that soapbox and move forward, okay? So another reminder, and I like to use asteroids, and a lot of you do know that. And because asteroids kind of reinforce what the planets are saying. If we weren't sure, it's right there with the asteroids. And I say that because right now, also, we talked about Eros being conjunct Neptune and the Chiron taking in play. Well, we also have this Sybil conjunct Ceres. And that's really nice because we got the mothers there, okay? And for the longest, I when I first started studying astrology, I would get confused with Ceres and Sybil. And it was really neat to know that, you know, uh, Sybil really was originally, let's see if I pronounce this right, Phrygia, okay, from the Phrygia culture or Anatolian culture. and you know, the Mother Gaia, the Greek, okay? And so when we have the Sibyl's a little bit more controlling. Cetus is a little bit, yet they're both Mother Earth, okay? And there's an acceptance of everything with Sibyl. There's that Mother Goddess, okay? That Mother Gaia who's including, you know, her entourage is being pulled by the lions and okay, which is saying here, we are available, we're including you in our pride, and it is a privilege, it's pride to have you part of me and me being part of you, and making sure there's an acceptance because her group is by a bunch of transgenders, and just saying we are everything and anything we can be at that time, and to enjoy that uniqueness, and not that, oh, just because I am male I can only do this, or I am female I can only do this, but that intertwining and switching, and I say switching because we're talking about switching with conventional ideas of what the genders do, as opposed to, hey, they can do whatever and it's all great, and that's the wonderful thing. Okay, now they both are conjunct on, just to let you know, in Taurus, which is the pleasures. Okay, and they're conjunct at 0 degrees, Taurus, so this is indulging in the pleasures and sensuality, all right, and just enjoying the different senses, okay, Mother Nature, and you know, Madame Pele, and the foods, and textures. Love. What is sensuality to you? I know sometimes sensuality is just, you know, when we feel the softness of our skin, okay? It's not sexuality, it's just enjoying and being in the moment. And that is really a big thrill, okay? Another thing, too, going on is we have Vesta that's conjunct Apollo, yet squaring Chiron. So, Vesta. Now, I'm going to mention Vesta being in Gemini. This is really the true Vesta virgins before the Romans were the Greeks, okay? They were the original virgins, and when virgin meant an unmarried woman. But it was through a sacred sexual ceremonies they healed others, okay? It was through that Tantra energy that some people cannot develop within themselves because they are so inundated with the daily routine that they can't even take a moment to love themselves. So you would go to this spa, this beautiful spa with the marble and the pools, okay? And there was these Vestal virgins who lit the Kundalini fire within you, okay? Really opening that coccyx chakra, also known as your root chakra, and just allowing it to so you can ground yourself. Okay, I keep looking over there because Ragnar is playing with something and it's so cute. And this with Apollo is happening, is really allowing that shine. Okay, and to be able to shine within all that. And there's much discussion in it and flexibility because it's hanging out in, they're both hanging out in Gemini. So that need to be able to be flexible and able to kind of grasp quickly different things that are going on in our surroundings, all right, and how much healing is necessary, because sometimes what happens is, though, when we're in Gemini we might not go in depth enough, okay, and here we have Chiron in Pisces that is really, really in the depths. And so we need to understand is allowing, when do we see the forest for the trees and the trees for the forest, okay? And balancing that out, because there's appropriate time to get very deep, and there's other times that, you know, it's not. A quick example is sometimes You know, you're at the cash register and the cashier says, "Hi, how you doing?" And you're only buying one item. Well, that's not exactly the time to decide to convey your life story or the dealings of the past 2 weeks, because your item is going to be purchased and you're leaving and you got other people in line, right? But maybe you had purchased a whole cart full of things, you know, getting ready for the weekend barbecue or party. And so there is time to have a conversation with this wonderful soul that had asked you, "How are you doing?" And so you do give in a little bit more detail. So do know when to balance that, okay? And there is that healing and that need to understand and really release that shallowness, especially regarding sexuality and sex as just uh, an idea or a belief system that deals with love. It is something you go out to eat with many different people or have meals with many different people. I'm not now saying go and, advertise yourself. There has to be a rapport, right? Sometimes you're not, maybe you don't care for that neighbor. You're not going to say, "Well, I guess I should go eat with them. I like to eat, they eat." No, what I'm saying is be aware and make sure there is that connection before, but also do know that there is a healing process in that eros. Okay. I like the word eros much better than sex. Sex has been really just killed and just used. And also, too, a lot of times sex seems so animalistic when there is so much more. If you widen your studies and your horizons and go more in depth of the different older cultural tantra healings, it is something that is just so beautiful connection, energetic connection from soul to soul, and being aware of that. So also just opening up to just, I don't want to say just anybody, but if you're drinking and you just decided to have a real quick, you might create, chords with a soul that you rather had not. Okay, so it does behoove you to do see the, trees before the forest, and not just the forest before the trees in that situation. Let's see here, and I covered everything I wanted. Well, please stay tuned for the individual forecast, okay? And thank you again. You can find me at www.celestialsoulwellness.com. We've been innovating the website, yay! And I'm available for classes. I teach the Celestial Soul Wellness Transformational Energy Healing classes. I teach also Reiki. Just aside from that, the Celestial Soul Wellness does have Reiki and other energy formats, modalities involved. We're also available for health coaching. So go ahead, check us out, and give me a call, text me, email me. Also, or you might get in touch with one of our admin team members, and they're wonderful. I have a great team helping me out, and I'm very appreciative. Thank you, thank you, thank you, and enjoy this wonderful full moon. Chelsea. Oh, I'm going to actually stop right there. It said 3333. And there is something I needed to remind you, that the Sabian symbol. And the Sabian symbol is a large aviary. And we're going to go back to Gemini. There's a lot of communication, a lot of talking, talking, talking. And you're like, yes, you are talking, talking, talking. I know, I can totally with myself another one, right? But anyway, so there's a lot of communication. Again, find out what is shallow and what is deep and what pertains to you and what isn't. And if it doesn't pertain to you, sometimes you might hear certain criticisms. And I'm actually going to give credit to, because I did just listen to him earlier in the week, Matt Kahn. You can find him on YouTube. Wonderful spiritual master. And he really brought in a new perspective, and I love it. And I wish I was shared this perspective. That when someone says something negatively towards us, we should just say thank you, because really what that person is saying is, going with the Sabian symbol, is that your style, your unique style, your unique soul is a threat to me. I don't know how to implement it, and um, yet you are unique. And we really should take that as a thank you and tell them thank you, even if what they were intending as an insult. One, you tell someone a thank you when they insult us is really going to be like blowing them away. And second, too, is what we're saying is thank you for acknowledging how unique I am, because all our unique energies put together is what creates this divine universe. Okay, and this wonderful energy process that goes and flows and every which way, and so it allows us, just because they have a reaction, because they cannot process how to implement us in their lives, is no concern of ours, as long as we can be true to ourselves. Okay, we need to remember that we don't need to be, and again, this is from Matt Kahn from that same episode, is that, and I really like this, is we do not need to be like others, okay, to be loved, all right? And that is something very important, because then we are denying our unique soul. Well, anyway, so this is, didn't want to go too long on that one. So please continue watching, and thank you again. This is Nereida La Sirena with Celestial Soul Wellness. Chasito. Good morning. This is Nereida La Sirena with Celestial Soul Wellness, and thank you for watching. Right now, we're going to talk about the forecast in this part of the program. I would like to please remind you that down below you have the description and the table of contents where you can watch the different sections, the general astrology, the Sabian symbol, or the individual forecasts. Now, also, a good reminder is that watching and reading, anytime you're listening to forecasts, either with me or anybody else, is reading, watching, hearing your sun sign, your moon sign, and your ascendant, and your north node, okay? To get a better view, understanding of what's going on individually, personally for you, okay? That's just a little info right there. Okay, so now on with the forecast. Okay, now what's going on is Aries, we have Capricorn. The full moon's happening at 28 degrees Capricorn. That is almost going towards the next the next what, huh? The next sign, Leo. Okay. And so what we're going to say is that things are occurring in your fourth and fifth house, Aries. Okay. And I know I just said Leo, and I apologize because I just wrote Leo for something else and it kind of stuck in my head. So I apologize. Anyway, so you have changes going on at home. A lot of work is being done, um, either movement, someone's moving out, or you're minimizing, cleaning things up, cleaning out the space. It's a good time to clean out the space. Have an energy clearing. When was the last time you gave your property a good energy clearing? Had it done by a professional, transformational energy healer, as myself or someone else, but really get it done, okay? Just saging the property, that's nice. That's just like a little brushing the teeth, but you got to sometimes go to the dentist and do a really good cleaning, okay? And that's what we're talking about. So, also too, is things are going on in your entertainment world, and that includes children, your romance, and how you're approaching life. And so you're really getting an opportunity to see these things. Now, Uranus is also happening, that change is happening in your first house. So you could see that if you have planets also in your in Libra, or in well, yeah, in Libra, then what's going to happen is that this cardinal T square turns into a cardinal cross, okay? And so you are just having a lot of changes. So it's not just right now, I would say at home, but things going on at work too. And the authority, what is an authority figure for you, Aries? Are you the authority figure? And what kind of a leader are you? Are you one just to lead out of ego, one to get the recognition, or one because you truly care about the cause that you're leading and that you are really taking that time to make sure that those people you are leading, okay, can actually follow and comprehend and are still following and haven't got lost. Okay, I remember going hiking sometimes with groups, and the leaders would just take off and they never turned around once to see if we were still following. And sometimes as jokes, we were just like, and they're just meandering. It's like, that's not a leader. Okay, that's just someone who wants to hear their own voice, someone who is not, really sharing. Okay, so we need to be compassionate, a compassionate, nurturing leaders, and that way to make sure that we're addressing what some apprehensions are. And that's very important, okay? And these changes then will affect you, how you present yourself, all right? And it'll be sudden. And remember, flexibility is a must. And taking things personally isn't good. And if someone is having trouble about your innovative, out of different types of thoughts, always take it as a compliment because what they're saying is your way of thinking is much different than the conventional way of thinking, and that's something good because we are good energies. Anyway, Aries, you have a wonderful, wonderful full moon. Do your drumming circles, and remember, you could contact me for a personal forecast, solar return, okay, and all that wonderful thing. And for energy healings, we could do it by Skype, by phone. In person, it does cost a little bit more because I gotta clean the house then. Okay, and so, but we're here for you, either myself or one of my admin team from Celestial Soul Wellness will get in touch with you. So text us, Skype us, call us, um, message book us, email us. We're here for you. Have a wonderful day. Taurus, hi there. Taurus, um, let me just put the time there. Taurus, we're having these changes in your third house officially, but it's at the end. So let's just say fourth house, okay? And but if you're late in Taurus, born later, also remember Taurus to watch your sun, moon, Venus. I mean, your north node and your ascendant, okay, to get a good thorough. Okay, excuse me. Sorry, Taurus, I didn't have it on vibrate. And so we're having these changes, and it's in your third house of communication. Maybe you're tying loose ends, also with issues dealing with car, education, having opportunity to travel short distance. Okay, having opportunity to really update your computers and download. We are going to have Uranus retrograde on the 29th. So I really said, since you're having this full moon and at the end of your third house and going into your, third house going into your fourth, it's a good time to back up everything, make sure everything is working in wonderful condition order because a week before, already around the, I would say 23rd, you want to have everything and make sure so that way you can breathe easily. If you're having issues with your car, it's the best time to get it checked too right now, okay? Also, Taurus is you're having conditions, seeing how things are going on at home, changes, innovating. Because of Uranus, it could have been sudden. Gas, Uranus runs with gas, okay, and air, things going on in the environment. So I know that here we had a gas leak, and they've been working on it for the past week. So yeah, that's why you're going to hear some noises in the background, okay? And And those wonderful cold showers just make it wonderful to shave, huh? But anyway, my point is those are just examples. Two is considering your relationship with your parents, relationship with your home, period. You know, are you focusing on certain importance or are you evading them by looking at different things? Okay, I know that some people were considering fixing their heater, and it was summertime, I guess, because that way they didn't need it, but when really they were having air issues. So those are things to consider too, and how you see yourself as a leader. Are you a leader? Would you rather be passive? Are you leading because you really want, to encourage people, be innovative in the cause and the ideas, or is it an ego to see I am valuable? Because then it affects the way we lead. Okay, perhaps it's better just to, some things take a seat back, just like, oh, let's have them hash out. Also, too, is before you speak, we need to think who else is in the group. I know, as a health coach, I was assisting one of my dance coach. She's 84, and this one lady who knows I'm a health coach, wonderfully huge. As she decided, I said, well, you need to cleanse out the intestines, eat some papaya. She goes, oh no, papaya is acidic. I actually doubted myself for a second there. And I'm like, I didn't want to start an argument, because it wasn't appropriate. My coach was there, but she was very wrong. And my point is, this is a woman who's 400 pounds and really needed to remember and consider our place and who else is talking, going, oh, wait, they know of the subject. I know if people are talking about mechanics, cars and stuff like that, I'm not going to say, oh, wait, shouldn't we do this? That's not my field. I'll just listen and go, oh, yeah, okay, very interesting, and learn. So we need to know, and we could be stubborn because of our pride. And that's why I mention this, Taurus, because sometimes our pride gets in the way. Okay. And so we have to think about what is the pride really trying to protect? Because that's what pride is doing. It's trying to protect and create a false sense of value and deserving, and hopefully we're loved under pretense as opposed to a real unconditional love for ourselves. Okay. So that is something very important to acknowledge and to apply during this full moon. Okay, so now we have Gemini. Gemini, hi there, Gemini. I am reminding everybody to watch their sun, their moon, their ascendant, and their north node to get a better idea, okay? And you could contact us for you just had a solar return just happen or the 6-month forecast. But so this full moon is happening at the end of your second house, going towards your third. And so I'm going to take approach for both, but also Uranus is happening in is creating those changes in your 10th there. So, something to really actually, no, it's happening in your 2, going back. I know I can do this. Your 12. So, your 12 there. So, really time to re-look into yourself. It's a time for changing. Uranus goes retrograde on the 29th. Take a look inside yourself of what's going on, why is stuff going on in there. Do a good detox, okay? Just cleanse out yourself and really value. Stuff is going on financially. You're losing more because you also have Saturn going on in your Sagittarius house of partnerships. So, there's less finances coming in, okay? Um, Though remember, it's an opportunity because you have the eclipses arriving, and so you are finding more opportunities. So that leaving is good because opening up yourself more to really where you need to go. So find out also where your North Node is and how it works with Venus, or contact me. We do the career and forecast. But anywhere, a time to value, because sometimes too is when we are burdened with too many things, we can't even see ourselves. All we see is all the crap that we've dealt with in our lifetime, and we're just holding on, holding on, holding on, and then we shell it out to other people when really we just need to let it go. A good detoxing. We do a detoxing program here. Also, for health. And when I say detoxing, juicing it is not detoxing. Please understand that. Okay, there is a misconception. A lot of people, laymen, who are not really um, well informed or well studied in health are misleading others with the idea of juicing and detoxing. So please do know it's best to go with someone, have a session, have a training with someone who does know what they're talking about, okay? Because you will confuse yourself and can harm your body, all right? You can harm yourself and your body. Go see a health coach, acid alkaline health lifestyle health coach, um, or oops, sorry, eating papaya, okay? Because and even doctors are not our American doctors are not well um, informed about eating and detoxing. Okay, if it doesn't deal with cutting open or pills, they don't get a kickback from that or commission from the pharmaceutical and the insurances. So it doesn't have an interest for them, unfortunately. Okay, but there are some doctors that are very, very good. Study them. That's your job for your own health. Also, a good thing to do is update all your communications, your phones, because with Uranus going retrograde might have issues there. Your cars. Make sure you are speaking clearly. Are you speaking from the heart? Are you being full, or are you being shallow in your communications? Make sure that you can speak about at least five deep things about that topic matter. Otherwise, you're just trying to show that, hey, yeah, I know this, that, but you really don't know it. And then you lose your value. Okay, are you being polite and respecting others for their information, or are you trying to get free information? Would you want people to take your information free? You work freely? Okay, appreciate the time and effort that has been spent. All right, and that is very, very important. So, moving right along, Cancers. Cancers, we are having this change, this full moon going on at the end of your first house, going into your second house. Okay, I know I'm a Cancer ascendant with born on the cusp of Cancer Leo, and that's all the Cancer I have. Otherwise, everything else of mine is in Leo. And so it's exciting because we are letting go of things. This is a good time to detox. Now, remember, detoxing and juicing are two different things. By the way, I'm reminding everybody that when you watch and listen or read your horoscope, always read your sun sign, your ascendant, your moon, and your north node to get a better idea individually of what's going on, or just have a forecast. This is a good time to do a solar return reading, okay, where it gives you the things for the next year, and also one with the eclipses and how the retrogrades will affect you this next following year. So you have a heads up on what to emphasize, because if we're emphasizing on trying to plant grapes, yet the theme is mangoes, two different types of environment, two types of different types of harvesting. So it's best to go with the waves of the energy. Does that make sense? Hmm? Okay, so who you are and how you're presenting yourself is all changing. Also, too, is you're getting a chance to get rid of things, and that detoxing. Now, detoxing, I was mentioning to Geminis, and I mentioned to a lot of people as a alkaline acid health coach, that detoxing and juicing are two different things completely. Check up on my training on the website, okay? And you'll see, and understanding that. but it is good to get rid of this baggage. If I am holding a bunch of bags from the market and I'm walking in and someone wants to give me something else, but I can't because I'm holding all this stuff, okay? How am I supposed to embrace the new and the wonderful that's to come? And we can only let go by detoxing it, and in the process of detoxing, energy healing those organs that were holding all those toxins. So it's really important. That way you can really embrace the new to come. And there is wonderful new to come because we have eclipses arriving. Uranus is going retrograde in your 10th house of authority figure of career. So you're getting an opportunity to revisit those things and see how you are presenting yourself. How are you as an authority figure, supervisor, approaching your career and sharing your career and being a contributing member to society? Okay. And that is very, very important and wonderful. So it will bring up that value in you and really, really getting to appreciate that and see that. It's very important to look into yourself and really see. And all that might also, you will change your appearance, okay? Because when we are lighter, we're letting go of certain things. We're no longer needing to be that person. And it just seems so much easier and wonderful and ah, okay. And it shows in your character, shows in your luminous body, and it shows in, I mean, luminous body, your aura, your chakras. Go get an energy healing. Get a tune-up. When was the last time you gave yourself a tune-up? Oil your own self an oil change. Those are necessary, not just your car. Have fun, and that's what's very important. And remember, you are a valuable child of this universe. Without your unique energies, really embrace your unique energies of being different and not trying to be the same. Because when you are different, that's what we are. Okay, when with the difference, we are a unique part that makes the rest of the universe move. But when you're trying to be the same, you are saying that you're a replacement part. Where actually, in one way or another, what makes you irreplaceable? What makes you unforgettable? And you say, well, there's nothing. Everybody is. And it's not up to anybody else to bring it out in you. You have to bring it out of yourself because only you know what's down deep inside. And you could be hiding under all that upset and frustration. Snap out of it, like Cher says in Moonstruck. She's Nicolas Cage says, but I love you. And she slaps him and says, snap out of it. Well, I'm telling you, snap out of it, okay? Because there's so much wonderful life to live and enjoy. And embrace yourself, love yourself. Stop looking to others for love. Look to yourself. Hmm? Let's move right along. Leos. Hi, Leos. How you doing? I know that was a terrible Joey from Friends impersonate. I know you guys are all repeating and saying it way better than I can, and deservingly so. You guys are the entertainers, okay, the amusants of our zodiac, and you are having a chance to really go into yourself and with this full moon and see how things are working with you, and really observing how to take that approach because you guys are having an eclipse happening in your sign pretty soon in the next month. And Uranus is going retrograde in your time of philosophies and long distance. So you're getting all this opportunity to like just take a seat back and say, what's been going on? Why? What can I get out of this lesson? How can I use it to my favor? Okay, and flexibility is of the utmost right now. Okay, you guys are a fixed sign and can be stubborn, but remember, is that stubborn because you're trying to, that stubborn usually is trying to protect. I'm sorry if you guys, Leo, right now you hear a background. I'll try and speak up louder, okay? We have a gas leak. They're fixing everything. And thank you, Uranus, right? And its stationary period for retrograde. But so I will speak louder and I apologize for the background noise, but we can't avoid it. And I have to get these videos out, okay? So please, your patience and compassion is very much appreciated. So a time to meditate, do some detoxing, some cleansing, let go of certain baggages that are no longer necessary. With this eclipse coming, and with Uranus in your ninth house, you are having an opportunity to let go, clean house, and start a new chapter of your life. Okay, a new section maybe. And so there's nothing wrong with the other one, but it's no longer best representing you. Okay, when you were a child and you imagined yourself at this age, what did you want to do? How did you imagine yourself? Okay, and is that what you still want? Do you want to still share that? Do you want to still be that? Well, go for it, enjoy it. Okay, and that is something very just indulge in it. And that is going to help you to, some of you might take a certain adjustments and it'll affect your aura, your luminosity body, your presence. So get a cleansing of your chakras, let go, clean out, that space you have in storage. At was it public storage, self storage? Do you really need those items? How are they making you feel safe? How are they reminding you of certain things of the negative of the past? Is it all right now? Is it because you don't have other memories? All right. Or is it because it's something that is cherished? So consider all that, okay? All right, wonderful. We got Virgos. Virgos, you have an opportunity right now. Whoops, let me start again. Hi there, Virgos. I'm telling everyone to remember to, please watch their sun and their moon, their ascendant, and their north node to get a better idea of what's going on. You guys have eclipses happening. By the way, you're going to hear noises once in a while. I apologize, but we do have a gas leak and they're trying to fix it. And we do need it fixed, and I do need to get these videos out. So some compassion, please, on your part. Okay, I know you guys are the perfectionists. All right. And I really appreciate that compassion and flexibility. Thank you. Thank you. Okay. So going back, you guys have eclipses that are going to be happening in your sign and also opposite in Pisces. So there's a lot of things going on. Okay. You're getting opportunities. All right. To really reset your goals. You have had eclipses actually for the past 2 years going on, and now you're like, okay, all these changes have happened, but do you still know where you're going? Okay, and that's important, just because, trees fall down and block the road, does that mean, well, I'm no longer going to try and get to that city I was going to get to? Or it just means take another route. And maybe because that other route had certain opportunities for us to enjoy. All right. Maybe because that route had certain lessons that will help us evolve. And that's something we need to remember, but doesn't mean we have to lose sight of our destination. And that is very, very key. Okay. And so, also Uranus is going on and having its retrograde period right there in your eighth house of transformations. So, because of your connections of where your destination is going in, your goals, you're re-innovating and letting go some friends and including other friends, clearing out the toxins and really taking some time to do some astral traveling, okay? Do some detoxing, a really good detox. Um, remember, detoxing and juicing are two different things. They are not the same. Make sure you're getting your information from a valid, acid alkaline health coach and not just a regular health coach, because if not, what happens is they are not aware of certain things, okay, of the pH. An acid alkaline health coach too are very concerned and cleaning out the toxins from your body, so that way you are not just tapering or masking or dealing with the symptoms, but really with the cause, okay? And then after, get a whole major energy clearing done, because too, remember, those occurred at the time of a trauma that started collecting those. So we need to just release it. When was the last time you gave yourself a complete tune-up, okay? An oil change of detoxing and major energy clearings, you know? So it's very necessary. I mean, you'll see that even your presence, that transformation is going to show. You're coming up from the ashes, all right? And Uranus is retrograde until April of next year. So this is going to be a lot of introspective time of focusing within you, okay? And really, really dealing with what's going on in you. Why are you running around like a chicken without a head? What are you trying to prove? To whom are you trying to prove? Instead of taking it with a grounded moment, okay? And that's what's very important to apply and to remember during this time. All right, Virgo. Well, Virgo, remember, you can always get a solar return chart reading done with me. Okay, that includes the eclipses and the retrogrades, and a solar return is usually what's the theme for this next year that's going on in your life. Okay, you know, actually, after a while, though, that sign kind of reminds me of binaural beats. Okay, take it and use it to a positive, doesn't it? Well, anyway, so we're available. Also, contact us here at Celestial Soul Wellness. Either I or someone from my admin team will reply or answer your call or texts, so or messages. And do know that we're here for you, okay? So available for health coach training, healing classes, energy clearings. Check us out, okay? Thank you. Chelsito. So Libra, how you doing, Libra? All right, Libra, things are going on at work. You know, you're having a possibility of your positioning at work. You are changing it to a different level to better represent you and how you um, interact. You've had some opportunities of changes already with because you had eclipses affecting the way you see yourself. And so also the way you see yourself as an authority figure. Are you an authority figure because of the ego? Are you considering yourself a really good leader, supervisor at work, a career in your life? You know, that you're really supporting and being compassionate and nurturing those so they evolve also? Or is it just because, hey, I want to be the leader because I think I'm so important? I'm going to have to show that I'm so important because you know what? I am trying to find my value. And if I enforce it upon you guys, then I am. Okay, so really, a true leader is going to be compassionate and supportive and really, really encouraging. You know, I always say master and servant. There can't be a master without a servant. You know, so in a sense, as we lead, we are serving, okay, the members that we are leading. And that's very, very important to remember that because if not, you can't lead anybody if they can't help, if they're not being supported for the cause. Okay, so that's a really a perspective to take. Also, too, is in doing that, you're going to create a different friendship, a different camaraderie and connection, and really be able to see then, you know, how your goals and how you reach out with others changes. Okay, also, too, you're having Uranus going on and making things going in your seventh house of partnerships. So is it that you are changing your leadership status or your authority status? And I'm thinking, I'm holding the amethyst and thinking of healing you in the process. Um, because of you're losing a partner, a business partner? Are you losing some kind of home partner? Okay, that could be going on also because of that. So it's going to change, you know. You guys are making, remember in the general astrology, I was talking about how with Uranus and with we are having a cardinal T square. I'm like, what was we having? A cardinal T square with the full moon and the sun. Well, you guys make it a cross, a grand cardinal cross. So those energies are just pushing and grabbing and making it difficult, you know. And you have to go, it's really take a deep breath in through this whole situation and see, going, okay, change is inevitable. I can't be doing the same thing. If change was inevitable, you'd still be in grade school right now, being a 6-year-old, and you're not. Yet you're still trying to do the same things you were doing 5 years ago. Imagine back when you were a teenager, if you were thinking you were 18 and you were still doing things as a 13-year-old, you would have been disgusted with yourself and say, oh my gosh. Well, the same thing now, Libra. You have to accept just because you're, are you doing the things exactly the same way you were expecting certain results 5 years ago? Okay. It's time to grow and you can do it. And it's important that you do it because also it'll affect the way you interact with others in your relationships. But because you are not accepting that certain growth is necessary and applying it, detox yourself, okay? And if not, go to someone. Remember, detoxing and juicing are two different things, okay? You need to detox, really cleanse out yourself, start loving yourself and appreciating yourself more. And that would really help things, okay? All right there, Libra. So though, in Libra, you guys are having a solar return happen in a few months. We're having eclipses too. So go ahead, contact me. So that way you guys could see what is the theme going on for this next year and how better to use those waves. Again, I apologize for all the noise, okay? But we got to get that gas leak fixed, and it's either that or I don't do any videos. Okay, no sly comments. Anyway, thank you. Let's see here. Hi there, Scorpios, and welcome back. I'm just reminding a little reminder that you could see everything down below in the description, what time, if you want to, see the other horoscopes. Also, too, to remember to watch your sun sign, your moon sign, your ascendant, and your north node, okay? And to get a better idea of what's going on. So you can always contact us too for readings. But let's move on with your forecast. So we have this full moon happening at the end of your ninth house of long distance travels, of all that traveling, spirituality. What have you learned? Have you just traveled or have you really learned and indulged in the culture? Okay. Um, I know some people went to go see, I have friends who went to go see the uh, what was it called? The pyramids over there. I go, did you guys meditate? Did you indulge in it? Did you get in it? Oh no, we just looked at the thing. Oh, you can see that too on TV. So you saw it in person. Just so you can say it in person doesn't make us more valuable. But really indulging in the culture when you're there, and not um, just seeing it, okay? Because when we are taking in a part of that other culture, we are then realizing the importance of certain philosophies and perspectives, and then having compassion, being and applying it to others all around us, and not just our own personal agenda of what's going on. So also too is this is important because when we are then seeing that, it affects us how we are as an authority figure, as a supervisor. You're having opportunity. Yes, you are having opportunity to move up, okay? And so, how are you going to use that to your benefit? You have that opportunity to advance at work and in your career and in other areas as authority figure. And are you just being now, haha, look at me, I'm in charge, I can say whatever I want and you got to do it? Well, if you don't know what's good for the people are gonna bring you down. That's called a coup d'etat, Scorpio. A good leader is very aware, okay, that there is a cause, there is an agenda. And a leader is very aware that unless he's compassionate and nurturing those people to help that agenda, okay, there is no people. and he's not leading or she's not leading anybody or anything. Okay? Your whims have to really be something that is very supportive. And I'm not saying that they're not. I'm just saying take an introspective look within yourself. That's redundant, but it's very, I'm trying to emphasize there and see that those are the emphasis that you're doing. Okay. I just want to, a little side note, PS is I apologize for the noise. We've had a gas leak on the property, and it's either we go against the noise, or if then there's no videos, no side remarks, Scorpios, okay? Please do check on the description. If you have a computer or laptop, you can see it on the sides, okay? And if not, either way, in the tablets, phones, you can look in the table of contents in the descriptions, okay? Because I know watching the whole program, you're like, I got a life. I don't want to just stare at this woman for an hour. I know that. So please look at your description there, okay? And I very appreciative of all your support. But really go back and really consider how you can lead, okay? Going back to the full moon, how you can lead and how you can help others in this, all right? You guys are also having a wonderful groundwater trine, okay? So what is going on, and that is in your first house and in your fifth house and your ninth house, all these philosophies and opportunities to expand and grow and diversion and really see who you are and applying that is so really enjoy that. And with this new moon, it's a very romantic spiritual tantra, indulge in some tantra sex, dance some tango. What I'm trying to say is indulge in that interchange of an intimate, intense energy. All right? And I'm not just talking about lust, okay, of bam, 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 heart. No, of really look into the other person's soul. Open yourself to look into you. What are they going to do? Only if you're completely reliant on them for love. And that's only if you do not value yourself. Can someone hurt you? And if you completely value yourself and realize how deserving and wonderful, unique soul you are of this universe, you don't have to rely on anybody for love. So then no one can hurt you. I know you're worried about that hurt, but the problem is you're relying on others' approval. Stop that. Value yourself. Forgive yourself. Love yourself. You're human. Yes. And it stinks when you go to the bathroom. And you fall and you can bleed. But you also can love, and it's wonderful. And it's beautiful. And so someone doesn't love us back sometimes. That shouldn't be. Okay? It is an unconditional love and energy. And if they do love us back, Scorpio, so much the better, isn't it? But it's not a necessity. And that is something to really bring into yourself. Okay, moving right along. Hi, Sagittarius. Wonderful. Thank you for watching. I just, real quickly, I want to apologize for the background noise. Really, I'm just trying to do some intense binaural beats. No, I'm joking. What's going on is we had a gas leak, and it's either, we deal with it or no videos. And I know people have some emails requesting and text messages, the videos, and so I'm very appreciative and thank you. Thank you always for having me in your life. That is so wonderful and a compliment. And but I got this wonderful background stimulation, okay? And but know that they're fixing the gas leak. Uranus, right? Uranus going retrograde on the 29th, and we're feeling already in the stationary period. So you know, what can we do? Anyway. Also too is remember that when you're listening, please watch or listen your sun, your ascendant, your moon, and your north node. Okay, and that'll be very, very beneficial to get a better idea of what's going on. If you're not, so you don't have to watch the whole program. Look at the description down below or on the sides. On one of these two sides, they'll be posted. I don't know. If you have a computer or laptop, it'll show up. On the mobile phones and tablets, they won't, unfortunately. Write to YouTube about that, okay? So anyway, so on the descriptions you can see below, the table of contents says to not have to watch me the whole time, okay? But anyway, let's continue with your forecast. Okay, we got situations going on. We got a letting go, a process, a transformational process with this full moon in your eighth house and your ninth house, and a letting go of just a releasing. And so it is an opportunity also to finally close up what was happening in a joint account, okay? And also an opportunity to see that, you know, how were the lessons going on? There is some tantra issues with you, and that's nice. Issues, I don't mean in a bad way, opportunities of interchanging energetically with others. Go for it, do it, enjoy it. Okay, it is your right. Also, too, is, you know, some traveling, okay, at a distance. That'll be good for you, and seeing how that works, you know, just opening yourself up and really incorporating those ideas and philosophies into your present life so you can have some more compassion and be able to nurture those, you as a leader. Why I say you as a leader? Because Uranus is in Aries, and it's going to create sudden changes dealing with your children and your romance and how your entertainment and opportunities to just really expand and see who you were a year ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago is no longer who you are now. Are you allowing yourself to change? Okay? Or are you stagnating yourself and forcing yourself to be in a certain position that is no longer necessary? When you were going to school and you were in the fifth grade, okay? And would you want to, when you were in the eighth grade, still have been that child fifth and still be treated and doing that for those all those years? Would you eventually want to move on, right? And that is something that's necessary because sometimes when people are adults, they're afraid to move on and make that next step. Yet it is happening to us every single year of our life, you know, until we're like 16, 17, 18 years old, and when we're in school. Well, this is the school, the Mother Earth, and we're learning. And so move on, move up to the next level, evolve, allow yourself to evolve. And look at people were with you during that whole time. They could still be with you during this evolution of yours, okay? Really apply that and enjoy it. Share it with your children, with your romantic partner, okay? Have fun with it. And that's the most important thing, is having fun. Having fun. Thank you, Sagittarius. Go ahead, give us a call. You know, email us, text us, Facebook message us, either myself or someone from Celestial Soul Wellness, CSW admin team will contact you, will communicate with you. And so we're available for the health coaching classes, our tarot gatherings, meditations. Look up on the site, okay, and our readings. We're here for you. Josito. Hello, Capricorn. I would just like to give you a heads up. We are having a lot of work done on the property because of a gas leak. I cannot avoid the background noise that's going to be coming and going and coming and going. Almost sounds like an intense binaural beats. Okay, meditation going on. You know, take it for the positive, what it is. And it's like the cat. And so, you know, I also would like to remind you that when possible, it's always behooves you to listen or watch anytime, not just with me, but your sun sign, your moon sign, your ascendant, and your north node to get a really good idea of what's going on in your forecast, okay? Also, too, let's see here. Well, let's get started, you know. You have changes going on in your relationships. How are you relating to others, your business partners? And how are you relating to yourself? This is giving you a time, an opportunity to transform yourself, okay? And I say that too because Uranus is going retrograde in your fourth house. And so you are having to take some time introspective in within yourself. How do you nurture and compassion others? You know, give compassion to others, Capricorn. Or is it, are you at all? Or Is it something that you are just avoiding? Can you give compassion and nurture others when you haven't given compassion and nurturing yourself and really respecting your soul's journey and what it needs? Okay. Um, if you notice people taking a step back and do not get completely involved with you, it's also remember it's because you yourself are not really trying to heal. Okay, you have to heal. You want to be an authority figure. You love being the daddy figure, okay? But no one's going to put their trust in you if you don't even know with what you're dealing with, okay? If I grab my phone, if I'm the Capricorn and I'm the daddy and I'm the phone, I have to work it and fix it, and it says Samsung on here, and I'm treating it like it's an iPhone, well, I'm not really looking at the individual, okay? I'm just doing what I know. But have I actually taken the time to see who is it I'm leading, who is under my care, who is under my authority, that I need to individually be compassionate with them? And we can't do that if we haven't done that with ourselves, okay? Have you gone to get healed? When was the last time you detoxed? Not juice, detox. There's a complete difference. Trust me, as a alkaline lifestyle health coach, I get a lot of people say, oh, I detox at least once a week or once a month. You know, I take these juices. I'm like, that's not detoxing. They get this information. You guys do a little bit of reading. People do, the layman does a little bit of reading. And yes, I sound a little bit miffed, okay? Because it has been Capricorns who've kind of, with their authority. And I'm like, let me support you, but remind you that if you're trying to heal yourself through your own energies, okay, you cannot heal yourself with the same energies that caused the problem. That's the bottom line, okay? You had diabetes and you're trying to heal yourself, that's not going to work, okay? You have to go to other people. You have to reach out, okay? If you don't reach out for help, professional assistance, support, you are going to wither away in a cave, okay? And it's your own fault because you feel embarrassed to reach out. You're human. You fall down, you bleed. You shouldn't be embarrassed. You are on this earth. You cannot be perfect. If we were perfect, we wouldn't be here, okay? So stop it. Only you are giving yourself a hard time. And by doing that, you're pushing people away, and it shows in your relationships, okay? You have Pluto in your sign. You have Uranus going on in your fourth house. What are you doing? Are you taking advantage of those times to really innovate, change yourself, and give in and say, I need to let go. I need to let go. Okay? But you're afraid of change. And yet you're doing the same thing you've been doing for the past 4 to 6 years. Think about it. If you were 18 and you were doing the same thing you were doing when you were 14 or 12, would you appreciate yourself? If you saw an 18-year-old doing that, you'd be like, no. But now that you're an adult, you forget that we have to evolve every year and move up and detox and clean ourselves, okay? And become more soul-like in our luminous bodies and not so boom boom material. Okay, yes, the material can help. And yes, we have certain responsibilities, but you're only one person. You accepted those responsibilities, allowing certain people to negate on their own responsibilities as humans, okay? Hindering your own soul growth. So, do you really want to do that, Capricorn? Is it really your responsibility? Is it really what you want? Maybe you need some time to go to India for a year. Go to uh, a kahuna, okay, for a year and just get away and really focus on yourself because only then can you be a better authority figure, a better leader to support others and help them. Once you accept who you are, heal what has hurt you, Let go of any guilt and shame and be thrilled and indulge in yourself. Okay, Capricorn? That's really what I can share with you. So it's moving right along. Call us. We can do a solar return, a career and purpose, soul purpose charts, see our wellness sessions, or if you need health, a health analysis and guide and coaching, there's that too. So check us out, either myself or someone from CSW, Celestial Soul Wellness admin team will get in touch with you, okay? Have a wonderful, wonderful day. Chasito. Hi there. Who are we talking to? Aquarius. I love you guys. Oh, you guys are my moon. My sun, my moon is in Aquarius, and my sun, meaning my offspring son, Wolf, is in Aquarius. So it's interesting because his moon is Cancer, which I am, and being on also a soul purpose there, which I am, and his my sole purpose is in Pisces, which he is also. So it's interesting how it all changes, and how we all relate. But I'm feeling very whoo, with you guys, Aquarius, very loving. By the way, I just want to tell you guys, if you hear any background noise, I apologize. I don't have a filter for it. I'll try and speak louder during those times, but we had a gas leak on the property. Wonderful Uranus stationing right before it goes retrograde on the 29th. And you guys, most definitely you guys, check, oh, excuse me, just check your charades, your electronics, even your cars, okay? Making sure everything is working well and functioning well and up to par. And make sure too that if not necessary, anything you don't need plugged in, unplug it. Um, Make sure that if you want, this will be a time to get the new phone or new tablet or computer, not later, okay? Because the once Uranus goes into retrograde on the 29th, it'll be a little bit more difficult for you, especially since it's in your third house, okay? But new changes are going to happen. Things are going to be fun. Be aware, and it's going to be exciting if traveling. So I'm excited for you guys. Also, too, is this full moon's happening in your sixth house of daily routine and health, so you have an opportunity to really open up, to cleanse yourself. Good time to detox, and share it with others. Not the toxins that come out, but your experiences. Now, detox and juicing are not the same. I'm reminding everybody because as a coach, as an alkaline lifestyle health coach, it's I get people constantly say, "Oh yeah, I do detox," and they don't know what they're saying. All right, that's like me confusing an oil change and a tune-up. No, it's not the same. Okay, so please be aware. Do you know to just FYI, I should mention this in the beginning, Aquarius. You guys are like, oh, organizers, so Sirena. I know, but hey, just want to make sure I have everything for you guys. Is do watch or anytime you read the horoscopes and stuff like that, make sure you're doing your reading or watching your sun, your moon, your ascendant, and your soul purpose. That's why I mentioned it in the beginning, and lost track because of the noises. But anyway, so you have an opportunity to go into your health, cleanse everything out, go inside yourself, reorganize your routine, and let go of things, and just, you know, you ever just, when you're carrying a bag for so long or blocks, and then you finally let go, and you're just like, feels good, doesn't it? Well, that is what's going on, and you're having that opportunity. So do some spring cleaning around you. Okay, you're also having changes in the way you interact in your relationships. What kind of a relationship do you need? Now, this is very important because some friendships you've had forever, and other friendships, I mean, think about it. Do you have when you were in third grade, did you have those same friends when you were in eighth grade or in 10th grade? No. But you do still respect them. It's almost like, hey, you just not the same interests, right? And that's okay. And you guys being very open and stuff like that, it's all right. And so that's going on in your relationships too. is you're having a change there and realizing how you're interacting and what you need, okay? Are you really paying attention in your relationships too, or are you more considering things on the outside and not really seeing who the people are, what they can offer you? Okay, so that's very important. I remember there was an Aquarian a couple months ago says, "Oh my gosh, also a healer," and they said, "Oh, we really should get more people together." I go, "I do. I have a meetup. I teach classes." They never once looked at my website or my Facebook to really get, and that showed me a lot that they did not really care, about me. And so, because they didn't even try to get to know me and realized different groups that I run the meditations, I run, the tarot oracle gatherings and teach classes and stuff like that. So it was a realization. And sometimes we could be a little bit too superficial in our friendships, Aquarius. So a lot of, and I say that because sometimes I can be like, oh wait, did I ask some good, intense questions about them, how they're doing? I try and ask 5 deep questions at least about them that I really want them to share, because we sometimes have the intentions to Aquarius, but we could get stuck on philosophical ideas, which are nice, but at the same time, it's good to make that personal connection, okay? And so the asking those questions can really help us. So that's more or less what's going on. And, give us we got eclipses happening coming up at the end of August and September. So give us a call, email, text us. One of us, either myself or someone from the CSW admin team, Celestial Soul Wellness team, will get in touch with you, reply to you, and we're here for energy clearings, astrology readings, health training, okay, and coaching. So, Chasita. Hi there, Pisces. Okay, so we're slowly moving along. By the way, I just want to give you a heads up. You might be hearing noises in the background. I apologize. We had a gas leak, and it's just that it needs to get fixed, okay? And I know people have contacted me regarding they wanting to get hear these videos, and I thank you. Nice emails and comments and texts. So it's very appreciated. Um, Also, too, I'm reminding everybody when you watch the videos or any horoscopes, please watch your sun sign, your moon sign, your ascendant, and your north node to get a better idea, individualized approach. Okay, so you have the full moon is happening at the end of your fifth, going into your sixth house. So things going on with your romance, your fun, how you are approaching it, and it's going to be a fun time because you have a grand trine going on also in those areas, and so in your first house and your fifth, and also your ninth house. So it's a fun time. Just be reasonable, be careful because Neptune is in your first house, and it's like taking too much um, alcohol, drugs this time can be very on the negative for you in work, and create candida and things like that, okay? Or what you thought, oh, well, it was only one shot. It could have been an alcohol that was 90 something proof as opposed to 14%. Okay, so be very aware of that. Staying grounded is necessary during this time. Having fun, but staying grounded. If not, wear some hematite, okay, or get an energy clearing too. That's what we're here for. But really enjoying that fun, having fun with children, and just letting go a little and getting involved and encouraging fun in your daily life. Okay, as part of your daily routine, how often are you laughing? Okay, and why aren't you laughing more? How are you encouraging others to laugh? Also, too, Uranus is going on in your second house of finances, so you're having sudden opportunities. It's going to go and become retrograde. It's stationing in your second house, and so it's going to be in there for a while. So you're having opportunities of really looking into yourself, valuing yourself. How do you use that value? How do you show it? How do you contribute and support society? Okay, and nurture and be compassionate with those values. Okay, and are you allowing the money to flow, or are you just allowing it to stagnate right there? Okay, so allow the money to flow, allow the money to flow. And that's what's necessary. Okay, because, you know, the more you give, the more we receive. And that's very important too. You guys are, not really the stingy ones in the zodiac, so that's a good thing too. Um, Hold on, the cat's doing something weird, and I just want to make sure he's sniffing around in one area, so I want to make sure he's not doing. Okay, he just wants to lie down there. That's fine. So, really indulging in that and seeing how you can use that in your daily life is very much in that value and sharing it with others. All right. So, if you'd like to see what's going on with the eclipses towards the end of August and September, give us a call, email, text us. We're available. Facebook message us. Do know it's either me or someone from CSW, Celestial Soul Wellness admin team that'll contact you. Okay. And, you know, uh, please indulge in us with our activities, our trainings, and join us with our oracle and tarot readings and our meditations. Be with like-minded people and like-minded and I shouldn't say like vibrating people, you know. So we are here. Thank you so much for watching. I am Nereida La Sirena with Celestial Soul Wellness. Chasita.